Welcome to episode 369 nights of the Bobbycast. Now, this is not me doing the interview. This is Abby doing the interview. Abby, I know that you really were excited to talk to Nate Smith. Why?
Oh man, he has a crazy story. He has been through so much in his life. Like, he's been through a lot of bad things, actually. So he kind of wanted to give up on music, and his story is just really inspirational. He's super talented. I love his voice.
Abby sent me a message, I guess in an email, probably a month or so ago. I was like, hey, can we book Nate Smith for the show? I'm a big fan. Love to hear what he has to say. And I was like, then why don't you hear what he has to say? And we went through the process, and they were super cool about it. Nate's kind of blowing up now. And he came up to the studio one afternoon? Is that what happened, Abby?
Yeah, he did. Uh-huh.
So you guys talked. How long is it? I haven't heard it yet.
Oh, it's a little over an hour.
Dang, that's awesome. So
yeah, it was a lot.
I'm going to listen to this too as you guys listen to it. But it's Abby and Nate Smith. And after this airs, we'll get Nate up here and he'll perform on the show. You told him that, right? If he comes up and does the interview with you here, then we'll book him back and have him on the big show?
I didn't make any promises, but I was like, we'll see what comes out of it. So.
I like it. Like a good generic vague promise.
I know.
How did you feel? How'd you feel about the interview, though? Did you feel like you had it in you? Like it was a good strong hour?
I do. I think it went really well. And he's really easy to talk to. He's super funny. So we just went off on a lot of different things. Well, unexpected.
If you guys like Abby doing this, let me know. She could do some more of these. If you don't, let me know, and she'll do no more of these.
Be nice.
So Abby and Nate Smith. And don't forget, we have another a 6-part series happening right now. Mike, you want to tell us about that with Kevin O'Connell?
Yeah, we have a 6-part series. He's interviewing artists who don't have record deals or in that process of just grinding in town. And part 3 comes out on Monday.
It's unsigned and independent with Kevin O'Connell. So check that out as well. And it's kind of the prequel to the Bobbycast. We just want to make sure when it comes to getting deep in the weeds of songwriting and artists and the struggle and the glory, like you guys have it all here on this specific podcast. So we hope you like that. We hope you like this. This is Abby with Nate Smith, which, by the way, we're going to start putting these out on Tuesdays.
Yep.
As of next week, the Bobbycast will come out on Tuesdays. So for now, Abby, I'll be listening. Nate Smith, we appreciate you. Here's episode 369.
Hey guys, Abby here. You may know me as phone screener Abby on the Bobby Bones Show. And I am super excited that Bobby gave me this opportunity to be a guest host on a special episode of the Bobbycast. And I am here with Nate Smith. You may know him by his song Whiskey on You. And his song I Don't Want to Go to Heaven.
I don't want to go to heaven when heaven's right here lying next to me.
We are going to cover so much on this episode, from when he first started playing music, why he almost gave up on music for good, and how a devastating event in his hometown kind of reignited his passion for music. It is such a crazy story, but it's so inspiring. Nate is also super funny, so we went off on several tangents, but I think it'll make you laugh. I did some rapid fire questions, and I even asked him about fighting a kangaroo, and he was so confused, but it was so funny. But he's been on tour with Brett Eldredge, and he even teases, something big coming up for next year. So that's so exciting. He has a new album coming out soon, so there's just so much going on for him. He's just so awesome and so genuine and down to earth. And I just had so much fun talking to him. So I'm excited for all of you to hear. You can find Nate on Instagram at Nate Smith and on TikTok at Nate Smith Music. If you want to find me on Instagram, I am at abby.anderson1_. Yeah, I know I need to find a new name. It's so bad. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the episode. Okay, so I'm here with Nate Smith, finally.
Hey.
I've been wanting to talk to you forever. How are you?
A fella as well. I'm feeling good. Been on the road constantly.
I know. Are you tired?
A little bit, but it's great. I love it so much.
I know.
But your body gets tired. I was on a 17-day run the last couple of weeks, so I took 2 days to just kind of hang out at the house and just DoorDash everything. So
Yeah, that's what I would do too. 17 days?
Yeah.
So are you getting used to that now?
I am.
That life?
Yes, definitely. Like, my team's really good about making sure I'm always comfortable on the road and stuff, and it's great.
That is awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm excited to talk to you on this special Bobbycast episode. I've done so much research, and your story is insane. So much stuff I didn't even know, and all the things you've been through and all the hardships and everything. And the way you've like overcome that is so amazing. Like, I think it's so inspiring for everybody listening. But also, I want to tell you later how I actually was introduced to your music. It's kind of funny, but I'll tell you later.
Super curious.
It's a funny, interesting one. But so, like, have you always been singing your whole life, or?
Yeah, I mean, I started I just always kind of did, a little bit. I think like my first memories of like trying to sing, I was trying to copy Garth Brooks and Elvis. I was trying to impersonate them as a kid and drove my family nuts and stuff. So those are my first memories of like singing. And then like my first time like performing, I was probably around 10 or something like that. And there was a school contest for, or not a contest, sorry, like a play, or not a play, but like I keep getting it wrong. It was a school function where we would sing, and it was a Christmas song, and they had me do Jingle Bell Rock, and I did it in a very Elvis-y way. They're like, awesome, that's gonna be so great for the parents when they get there and stuff, and let's choose you. So I sang it like that way during the auditions and all this, and then when we got time for the actual show, I chickened out and went to my little boy voice. I was like, jingle bell, jingle, and they're like, what happened to Elvis? What happened? I'm like, I got too shy and I chickened out. And there's a video of it somewhere.
Okay, we got to see this.
Yeah.
Wait, so did you ever get to redo it?
No.
So you just, that's out there and you never got to redeem yourself.
You got to be your authentic self. If you sound like a little squeaky mouse, then be a squeaky mouse. You know?
That's true. So were you Elvis for Halloween? Ever?
No.
That was just like
no.
Your inspiration.
I'd probably be the older Elvis. TBH.
No, come on.
You know what I mean, though?
Is that's your costume this year then, maybe?
After a few hamburgers, Elvis.
Yeah, we know that one. Oh my gosh. So like, did you want to move to Nashville? Like, was this a serious thing, or you just kind of grew up singing and?
Yeah, I did a bunch of different stuff. So I was in and out of bands growing up. Did that. I didn't graduate high school on time. I left and moved to Oregon and joined a Christian rock band. It's like, it's gonna make it. I lived out of a warehouse there for a little while, and like we couldn't tell my friend's grandma that I was staying there, so like we had to shut the lights off at a certain time, no noise, and it was freezing cold. So my buddy bought me a sleeping bag, and I was like sleeping on this couch and like microwaving pizza that you're supposed to put in an oven, and like watching cartoons, and like that was my life for a little while.
Wow, you're hiding out in the house.
Like she didn't know there was like a teenager living in there.
Well, that's impressive that you were able to do that.
Yeah,
and she never found out.
And then the band just didn't really work. So I went back home, and then I recorded my first EP as a kid. I think at this point I was like 19 or 20. Okay. And then I moved to LA, Orange County, to try and pursue it and stuff, and started playing a few shows down there and everything. And then I got a call from Word Records out of Nashville to come and meet with them and stuff. So they flew me to Nashville. Like, I'm like, whoa, like they're paying for my flights, and like I get to like stay in a hotel paid for, and I've got like, what's a per diem? That's so cool. Like, and they're giving me food and stuff. So got to record with them, and then they offered me a record deal.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
But you're from California, right? Like born and raised?
Born actually in Spokane, Washington, on an Air Force base. My dad was in the Air Force for a few years. We lived in Germany, Southern California, but grew up mostly in Paradise, California. So
okay, wow.
Yeah.
So your record deal, how did that go? The first one, right?
Yeah, so
signed.
we did short form, and then we were in long form. I wrote a bunch of songs. And then my A&R, for listeners who don't know what that is, it's just the person that signs at the label and also helps with everything around your record and stuff. They ended up leaving, so the label just didn't have the same passion that they did for me, and it left me in limbo. I'd moved here and everything, and then I got a publishing deal about a few months after that from the guy that left Word Records. So he hooked me up with a publishing deal. So I started writing songs for other people and didn't really know what I was doing. And it was a really scary thing to do. So
that is scary. Yeah. So did you kind of like the songwriting thing, or you still wanted to kind of be an artist? You know,
I like both. I think the best songs I write are when they're for me. Like I'm not as good at making songs for other people and knowing that kind of thing, but I know what I want to say, you know, and stuff like that. So, but it gave me a really good foundation, like how to write songs and all that. And I was in rooms with people that were way out of my league, still are. And it was like just great education. Yeah.
So after all of that, so I read you went back home, right? And almost gave up on singing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So what made you just want to give up?
Yeah, just to be honest, I was crazy in love with this Southern belle, and we got married my first time moving here. She was my next door neighbor. And we just had a lot of passion for each other. We eloped
Okay.
We did. And I'm a really open book, by the way. Like there's nothing to hide. And that
Which,
kind of
okay,
thing.
good. I was wondering, I was like, if you don't feel comfortable talking about something,
No,
that's all good.
it's totally
but-
cool. I mean, I've told this to a lot of people, you know,
Right.
and stuff. And I honestly wish her really well. We haven't talked in a long time, but we ended up divorcing. It didn't work. It was really painful for both of us. But that's what ultimately led me back to California. So like, I just was like at the bottom of the barrel, just upset, you know, and my publishing company was like, we're not going to keep you signed if you're not going to stay in Nashville. I'm like, well, I got to go home and be with my family. So I went home, and luckily I've been a nurse assistant since I was 18. So I had a job everywhere I went.
Okay.
In a hospital or a elderly home or anything like that. So I went back and started working right away at a hospital and started taking care of patients. So,
And didn't you have other odd jobs too? You were Uber driver, is that right?
yep,
that
I
I
did
read?
Uber. I was a courier for a dental lab. Just worked at hotels and just whatever I could get, you know.
Right. But I'm assuming since you go back there, you're like, okay, something is still missing. You know, like I know this is in my heart. This is
Yeah.
what I want to do.
Yeah.
So now what? You know,
It was always
hearing-
there was always a lot of like confliction with it, because like I would ask my friends and they'd be like, you know, deep down you want to do music. I'm like, yeah, but nursing's really great and I love taking care of people. So I was really split between these two worlds, and I feel like for the first time in my life now, those two worlds have collided in a good way. Like I feel like I am helping people and I'm making music. So it's kind of like this cool thing where I'm like, I feel like nurse singing Nate or something, or like I don't know, you know,
Right?
like
No, it's so true.
Yeah.
Like the therapeutic part
Yeah.
of music, that's what it is. It's
Yeah.
like healing. And you get to do both. That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. So you did come back after, or what was the turning point that made you move back to Nashville?
for the second time.
Yes, for the second time.
So I was working as a nurse assistant. I was working in ICU and trauma, taking care of patients, really crazy stuff, you know, like doing compressions, CPR on people in front of their family, like crazy stuff, like just, oh my God.
Yeah.
It was just one of those things. I was helping out my brother at his church. He was a youth pastor. I was helping out the youth band and like getting them together and like, hey, you play this, and then this is your part, and like kind of raise them up a little bit. It was really cool. And then I'm sure it's every blog that I've talked on and stuff, but my town caught on fire kind of out of nowhere.
Which is, I did not know this,
yeah.
honestly.
Oh,
I didn't know
really?
this part about you. No.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah.
And so this is a huge thing that a lot of people may not even know also.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. So Paradise, California. So it's called the Campfire. It a couple years ago, just randomly caught. It was 2018, November 11th of 2018, or November 8th. Yeah, I get it kind of mixed up, but it happened, and then like we lost everything I've ever owned in my entire life. My brother lost his house. They just had a baby. I lost my apartment with all my stuff. Like really, really, really traumatic. And then about 90 people passed away in that fire because it was like
terrible.
they're all trying to leave at the same time, and it just wasn't working. So, it was a really scary day, you know, because
Yes.
like my brother called me and was like, I'm having a hard time getting out of here, and it was really, really hard. It's really hard. And then once he came, my dad had a house in the town right next door to us called Chico. So we all met up at my dad's, and then my brother's like, hey, I'm good. And when he came into the door, we're just like weeping, and like I hugged him. I'm like, dude, I'm so thankful you're okay. Like it was nuts. And then you'd go to like, there was just chaos in that whole city. Like people were sleeping in tents and the Walmart parking lots, all this stuff. So I was lucky enough to have a house to go to, because everything rented up too within the first day or two. So you couldn't even
Right.
get a rental anywhere. Like it was pretty nuts.
I can't even imagine. That is,
Yeah.
it's terrible. for
Yeah.
that
There's a
town and-
documentary on Netflix too.
Really?
Yeah. About it on there. So I think Ron Howard produced it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out, because I mean, that's crazy. And that's a huge moment also, like for your career too, as far as inspiring you, you know, to want to do more with music, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what started it in a sense, because I'm going to tell this part really quick. But when I first moved to Nashville, my supervisor at Starbucks, because I got a regular job when I was out here the first time, his name was Tom Beaupre, and Tom was looking for gigs and stuff. So Tom actually I was his first gig as a bass player. And after I left Nashville, he went on to be part of Florida Georgia Line for the last 10 years that they ran.
Oh, wow.
Their main bass player.
Yeah.
So we reconnected kind of right before the fire and stuff, and we're talking and stuff. And so when the fire happened, I moved in with my dad. He ended up calling up a company that gave his band guitars. So they sent me an acoustic guitar. I lost my other one, nice Gibson and stuff, in the fire. And yeah, so I had this guitar sitting on my front doorstep, and I ended up writing a song about Paradise called One of These Days with one of my friends, and just put it up on Facebook just to like help out the community and stuff like that. And it ended up like locally, like touching a lot of people, and it was just really, really, really rad to see that happen. And I started doing benefit concerts and stuff, and then we got this idea where like, what if we record it and then give all the money away to somebody who's in need or a charity in the area or Red Cross or whatever we can do. So we did. So we flew to Nashville, recorded this song. I met up with Tom Beaupre to thank him, like for giving me the guitar. And he said, hey, you should have my friend Joel Briere mix this song for you. I'm like, who's Joel? He's just a good friend of mine. Now Joel, long story short, has become one of my best friends. And I have a few songs. The first songs I put out, Sleeve, Under My Skin, Wildfire, I Don't Want to Go to Heaven, were all produced by Joel. So like, it's how that, from literally met up with Tom at lunch.
Yes.
He called Joel. That's how we met, and that whole thing. So then I come back to California, raised some money on the song, and everything I had, I ended up giving it to this really cool single mom who like was moving out of Paradise, who lost everything. And I looked at her and I was like, the reason I got the guitar, the reason that I wrote this song, the reason that I met this person, that person was all because of you. Like this was meant to be your moment. Like it was like the coolest thing to see that happen. And like,
that's so cool.
Like that's how loved you are. Like, you know, like, it was just really cool to see that. So that's what started it. And then I started writing songs again. I started working with Joel and flying in and out of Nashville. And then eventually my friends were like, you should go back. And they raised a GoFundMe to get me to go to Nashville. But my lease didn't start until July. This was like in April or something, or May, somewhere around there. And so I had to live out of my car for about a month and a half, and stayed in rest stops, camped, met random people on the road, stayed in their living rooms, like whatever I could do until I got to Nashville. So I know that's a lot of information, but just.
No, but that is so crazy how you take, I mean, you're in like the lowest of lows in your life, you know, but you turn that into like strength and are like, no, I can do something better. I can do something so much more with it.
And I don't even know if I like fully processed that either.
Yeah.
Like I think I just started doing that. I don't know. Like, you know,
it just kind of like comes to you, right? It's like that's what you
just
have
know
to
your
do
heart's telling you to do this.
Right.
And you're like, okay, all right, let's just go. And I was like, I didn't have a plan. Like there was no plan B. It was like, I'm coming to Nashville and I'm going to do this. I came here and, you know, I got lucky and got a management deal right away with Chief Saruk and Simon Tiekman at Core pretty much right away. And then I was pretty much out of money. I was down to nothing. My dad sent me $500, just hooked it up.
Yeah.
And then that got whittled down to $14.
$14.
And then I signed my publishing deal that day when I was at $14 and got an advance that allowed me to pay 2 car payments behind my rent. And then I ended up moving out of that place and getting my own like 2-bedroom spot, and it was like crazy. And I started writing songs for about a year straight, and then I ended up getting a record deal with Sony, and then a booking deal and all this cool stuff. So it's been like great. Like what? That's impossible. You know?
It's just like, man, buckle up, right? You're on a roller coaster ride.
So grateful.
It's amazing though. So I guess, so what was the biggest song then? Was it Whiskey on You?
No, it was way before that. So One of These Days is the one I wrote about Paradise, but that's not up on Spotify or anything like that. But the first song that like caught attention with like labels and my management and stuff was called Wildfire.
Okay.
And that was the first one I put out with Joel, and that's kind of what started it. Yeah. So.
Which is such a good one. All of yours, a lot of times I'll just be in my house and I'm like, Alexa, play Nate Smith.
Really?
Yeah. And that's how I like discover new songs. I do that for a lot of artists too. And I'm like, this is a good one.
So is that how you discovered it?
All of yours are good.
Was there or did
no,
somebody?
Well, okay. I can tell you. I'll tell you.
I got to know.
So I was dating this guy long distance
Yeah.
in Kansas. And so we would kind of send each other songs.
Where in Kansas?
Well, I'm from Wichita.
So I stayed in Hayes
Okay.
on my move to Nashville
No
for
way!
2 nights.
Did you hate it? I'm just kidding.
I stayed at a place it was called the Roadway Inn. They call it the Roachway Inn.
Oh, gosh.
And then I partied in the Bermuda Triangle, they called it. There's 3 bars. Long story short, slept on a couch. I woke up. I've never been more hungover in my entire life. In my whole life. If I think of every time I've ever drinking, I was so sick. And this guy wakes up and he goes, welcome to Hayes, mother effer. And I'm like, oh my God.
You're kidding me.
And I'm like, this place is nuts. And I did it 2 nights in a row. And I'm like, I made lifelong friends there. So that's really
in
weird. that you
Hayes,
said-
Kansas.
Yes.
I got to check this place out now.
Okay.
I mean, because, wow.
I'm destined to go back.
Something crazy was going.
I'm not
You're
drinking
the
when I
most
go back, though.
hungover you've ever been
In my
Hayes,
whole
Kansas.
life. I mean, I was like, I'm on my deathbed. Like, this is,
Oh my God.
I don't know what I drank.
That's funny. So yeah, I'm from Wichita, and he's from about an hour away, hour north of Wichita. So we would send each other songs. He's like, "Have you heard this song, I Don't Want to Go to Heaven" by Nate Smith? And I was like, "No, I have not." And I listened to it. I was like, "It is so good. Like, it's so good." And he was like, "Oh, it gets me in my feels, whatever." And so he was out like staying with me. And it was like Sunday morning, you know, we're just laying in bed. And he was like, "Alexa, play I Don't Want to Go to Heaven." I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is perfect. Like, this is so cute. Everything I've ever wanted." And then 5 days later, he dumps me. So there's that.
Shoot.
Yeah, so there's that. But then my next song was Whiskey on You. And I'm like, here's to us happily never after all.
Like, thank you, Nate, for not putting out just love songs. Like,
Exactly.
There's got to be a little hate and anger in there.
So it's just kind of funny. I'm like, he introduced me to your music, and then here we are.
Well, huge shout out to the ex.
Yeah, shout out
Love
to
you.
you. Look what you did. You introduced me to someone amazing.
That's so sweet. I'm so
Yeah.
glad you like it because that song's
really
really
is.
special to me. I Don't Want to Go to Heaven.
Yeah.
Because people have used it for different reasons. Like some people, you know, have been terminally ill and they've used it for that and stuff, which has been a really special thing to see happen. It's been like a song that they gravitated towards and were like, you know, it kind of gave them encouragement and stuff. And then some people it was love and stuff. So
did you write it?
yeah.
Who'd you write it with?
Dan Fernandez.
Okay. How long do you think it took you to write it?
A couple hours.
See, that is so wild to me.
Yeah.
You know, that you can just sit there.
We
you
didn't
kinda-
overthink anything. We
Really,
just
yeah.
like whatever it felt right on our heart and what came out. We're like, that's the lyric. That's not right. Let's not get songwritery here.
Man, so did you kind of have an idea in your head, or you just went in, you're like, what do you want to write about today?
He sat at the guitar and I was kind of mumbling some things. I was like, go to the piano. So then he played that little riff, the ding, 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 ding. And I started humming and then I started singing. I was like, heaven, da, da, da. And he's like, I don't want to go to heaven. Like this. And it just kind of happened like that. And then we just started figuring out the melodies and then we started putting lyrics in it, talking about our own lives and what we've experienced. Yeah.
And then you got to Neil Towns on it, right?
Yes,
So
I got
how'd that
T.
come about? That was so good. by the
I
way.
just solicited her, you know, just cold email.
Yeah.
I asked Randy Goodman at Sony. I was sitting down with him at lunch, and we were chatting. I was like, I really want to get somebody on this song. He's like, who do you have in mind? I'm like, honestly, I'd love to have Tennille Towns. Like, I'm such a huge fan of her voice, and I think she's incredible, and she's got a heart of gold. He's like, yeah, awesome. Like, do you think you can make that happen? He's like, yeah, email her. I was like, what?
Email her.
Wait, me? He's like, yeah, just shoot her a message. I'm like, dude, that's crazy. Okay, I'll try. Like, all right. He left me on my own. So I went in there and I DM'd her and she said yes.
That's how I love it.
It's literally,
no,
then we
that is
became
like
friends.
organic right
Yeah.
there. You know?
I just went for it. I just, you know,
And she said yes.
She said
and
yes.
then the rest is history.
that's it.
And so you also have the choir version too, which I also love.
I loved doing that. When we were making it, me and Joelle were sitting there in the studio watching this choir sing it. We're like, are we actually like directing a choir right now? Like, what is life right now?
I know.
It was crazy. And they added something so deep to it. Like, it's my favorite version, probably.
Oh my gosh. I feel like any choir version of anything, I mean, you just have goosebumps. I mean,
Yeah.
solid goosebumps. Do you think like in your show you'll ever bring a choir out?
Oh, yeah. No, 100%. I think
Or have you already and I just don't know? Or
I
is
did
that a
here in
secret?
town at Electric Jane.
Okay.
I brought the choir. for
Wait, I went to that.
that. Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they came up for
They
that.
did.
Yep.
That's true. That was really good too.
That was fun.
Your acoustic shows are amazing. Well, you
thanks.
were full band there.
And it was a
But-
different band. So like we've evolved so much. Our shows, I love our show now. You gotta be at a show like now because it's a whole new thing. So.
I know, because you've been with Brett Eldredge, right?
Yep.
And then you have Larry Fleet
Yep.
coming up. So
Starting
how's
this weekend?
Ooh, this weekend. How has it been with Brett? Like, how is that?
Brett's a homie.
You guys are both hilarious. And so I just feel like it has to be so awesome and funny. And
He's a mentor of mine,
Uh-huh.
and he's a really good friend, and just he's been a really cool resource for like a lot of questions that you like. There's no manual on how to be an artist once you're signed. Like, here's what you do and stuff. Because there's so many things that like, hey, what do you do about your text messages when you get a bunch of texts? And like, what do
Yeah.
you do about this and that? And like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
the
that
things
kind of
you-
stuff. And he's just been amazing for that. So I love that guy.
I know, he's so great. So he's been in here a couple times and he's single, right? And I'm like,
I don't know.
well, I don't know if you know, but I'm
Can't confirm or deny.
right,
you know?
right. I don't expect you to, but every time he has been in, what I mean is he is single. And so Bobby let me ask him how he is still single because he's just like beautiful, has an amazing
Yeah,
voice.
yeah.
That was a very awkward
It
moment.
doesn't
for
get more
me.
handsome than a Brett. It just
But-
doesn't. It's
right.
it's obnoxious. It's
But I'm
obnoxious.
like, I feel like every girl has that question. They want to know how he is still single. But
I think he wants to be.
Yeah.
I think that would be. I think he'd want to be like he. when he's ready, he'll just go for it.
Right.
I
He's
think.
not just like after it like me.
Yeah, he's not like
I'm like, where is he? It's hard to date in Nashville, I gotta say.
It is, and the other thing too about Nashville is if you because we're all in the industry, so you're scared that if like it doesn't work out, it's gonna be weird and like
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean, like because you don't want that either. So it's like
In Nashville, I mean, it's so small, you know,
Yeah.
and like I could date one guy and then be his boss like next year, you
but
know, like it's
that's
just,
true. But the thing too is like I don't know why we're on this. It's hilarious. But I don't know. Like the cool thing about dating somebody within Nashville within an industry is you would understand each other, you know, really well. And like I feel like if you're not in the industry, you don't really understand as much about it, you know. So
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the bonus to it. But
I just don't like dating in general.
Oh, God.
But it's
Ugh.
fine.
just make friends. Just make friends, and
Yeah.
then if they organically develop into something more, that's cool. You know.
Yeah. See, that's what I love about you. You're so interactive, like with your fans, and you just seem like such a normal guy. You're always duetting people on TikTok, you know, and you even duetted my whiskey on you.
I sure did.
I'm sorry. It just makes me laugh because
No, that was awesome.
that was like I took a shot, or I didn't really take a shot in the video because I had to redo it like 10 times. And if I would have taken 10 whiskey shots, it wouldn't have been good. But you do edit it, and you
we
do
could
that
we
all
could
the
do another
time.
one today if you want to.
I know. I almost brought whiskey,
Really?
but I can't do whiskey.
Well, the one I've been teasing the last
Dang.
week and a half is called Wreckage.
Yeah.
And it seems like people are really connecting to that one. So maybe we do that.
Yeah. Okay.
It's heartfelt. It's like in your feels. Like,
I'm all about those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do
but,
that.
But you also have I Found You.
yes.
I love that one
Aw,
too.
Thank you so much.
It's like a Goosebumps one, you know?
I love that song.
So did you wrote that one too?
I did.
Okay. Was it Chris and Kyle?
Yeah.
Those are I
At a
have
writer's
them down there.
retreat.
Oh, at a retreat.
Yeah.
Okay. Where was
Evans
that?
Mill, I think it's what it's called.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you just go out there for like a weekend and
I went out there for like 2 days. It was really creepy.
it was creepy.
Yeah, I thought it was haunted for sure.
Oh gosh.
And then like we went to the gas station at like 11, me and Kyle, and like people were just like literally like not quite like hands in front of them walking zombie, but just kind of and like it was just really
gosh.
weird. Like people were just like staring and they would just like slow turn their head and like it just
those
I really-
are okay. Those are always that's creepy.
like there's good goosebumps and then there's like ick.
so how did we decide on this as the retreat location?
You'll have to take that up with Curb Records.
I feel like there's a story behind that or something. Like they know, and they're like trying to see.
It was
Your
cool. It
reaction
just
or
it felt
something?
a little culty there too, a little culty.
Okay.
I don't know, like the staff did, like they just had this look on their face, like we do this every weekend and we're a family here, you know, you're part of our family now.
Like the creep.
And the lights like turned off at one point, like the power went out. I was like, that's it, we're dead, that's it.
Oh, it's like
they're
one of
gonna
those-
chop me up into 100 pieces. That's crazy. It'll
Like-
take me longer than some because I'm bigger, but they're gonna chop me up.
Like the
Cut up
Chucky
the
doll.
buffalo, huh?
The Chucky doll. Like it's just what you're doing. It just reminds you of like the Chucky doll.
No, it's like
Where
it
he's, like,
sucked. I
creepy
got
and-
so freaking scared, and then like I went to my room that night, and I had this. There was like a bed loft way above, like,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, and there was a little door in there at the very top, and it was like cracked open. I'm like, damn it, like there could be somebody hiding in there, like a meth head or something. I'm like,
Right.
this is like,
Like, but then you write it's such a deep love song. Like, okay.
I was just
I
really
guess-
in the mood, you know, for love. I guess it just wow,
That's hilarious.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, like, what is next? So you're touring and everything. What are your career goals? What are you looking
To never go to
forward
Evansville again. That's my number one goal. Just kidding. I actually really want to go back out there. I thought it was. I kind of liked that it was creepy.
Yeah.
So, but goals, man, like I just, as cheesy as it is, my vision is just to touch hearts and make a difference with the songs. But like practical goals, like, I mean, I love, like, it'd be so sick to be on like late night television or get on Good Morning America. That would be so sick. You know, hopefully Whiskey goes number one. Like that would be awesome. I think we're 18 on the charts right now, which
Woo!
is so sick. I'm so
I
excited.
love that.
I know.
Let's go. Let's keep it going.
We're cracking top 10 in Canada right now
What?
as well. And I love Canada so much. I go for I call it Horties. Everybody else calls it Timmy's up there. Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
I call it Horties to be funny. Like, oh, let's go get some Horties. Huh?
Horties.
Get me an ice cap and a little farmer's wrap. Okay?
That was good.
So I do that. And then other goals, yeah, I'm putting out a full length album in February.
Oh, I cannot wait.
We don't have the date just yet, but probably in February.
Okay.
And it's going to be 20 songs.
Wow.
Yeah.
20 songs.
20.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of songs.
Yeah, it's a lot. Would you look at this? Oh, would you look at it?
That was great.
Yeah.
So, okay, what else? What else was I gonna say? Oh no, I got lost on your accent. That was
Yeah.
Wait, what other goals? What else?
I want to lose weight and get healthy.
Okay, some
I really
personal
like
goals.
that's like a big one for me. Like I just don't have like the self-control really and discipline yet to do that. But I really want to be like my healthiest that I can be, because honestly tour life is really hard on your body. Like lack of sleep, constantly getting in planes, constantly going on your feet a lot, doing this. You're always on it. Like it sounds like I'm talking crap about what I do, but I'm not. Like it's just it would be a lot easier healthy, you know.
Right.
Just put it that way. That's
No,
all I'm
you're
saying.
not talking crap. I mean, it
Huge
is. It's
goal
a
of mine.
lot.
That's
you
a
know,
big goal.
you have to sing and be on stage, like moving around.
Yeah.
Getting the crowd excited and
Name of the
it's
game,
a
just
lot.
don't get sick. Like that's the whole
Right.
thing. So
That's the thing. What do you do like when you lose your voice?
you got to just know your body and just go like, this is pushing too far. So if I have to cancel a show, I will. And we actually did have to cancel 2 days ago a show, and it was really sucky because it was a college show. It was going to be super cool.
Yeah.
But like the night before, it was like I was pushing it so much. I took a bunch of tests. I didn't have COVID or anything, but I've got bronchitis and stuff, so it kind of sucks. Just trying to watch it, but I should be good to go this week. Yeah.
Woo! So
Yeah.
you just
Nothing to worry about, I promise.
I'm like, wait a minute, you got that bronchitis right now?
No, we're good. We're good.
I got bronchitis.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm good.
So you just kind of go on vocal rest then?
Yeah,
Basically.
and just talk less. Definitely don't sing.
Yeah.
And then I've got a whole like plethora of things that I do to take care of it. I have like a nebulizer. I have a steam machine that I use. I'm on a Z-Pack. I do all this stuff. So yeah.
Because you have some pipes. That's all I can say. I mean, like when you sing, you
Thanks.
project like out to the other.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm just saying compared to me because I'm so quiet. Like people are like sing quiet, louder, and I'm like I can't. My voice doesn't go louder. So that's good that you have the projection.
Thank you.
What are your like dream collaborations? If you could collaborate with someone in country, who would it be? Other than
country?
Tennille Towns, because you already did Tennille. But
Yeah. With girls, I'd say probably Miranda and Carrie. I mean, obviously
Yes.
they're the goats, you know. Guys, Stapleton, Luke Combs would be really good. And pop, Adele, Lady Gaga,
oh man, those would be awesome.
Ed Sheeran.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
What do you do like on your off days?
What I did before I was an artist touring full time is I'd go camping and I would
Yeah.
hike and all that stuff. Now that I tour full time and everything, I stay in my room.
Really?
That's it. Stay in my room. I DoorDash. I try to get things done. I do my laundry. I realize, oh my God, I'm out of toilet paper. Let's get some toilet paper up in here. It's like, it's crazy. Like I just try to get my life together because everything everything gets put on, sorry, I didn't mean to bump the mic. Everything gets put on hold while I'm doing that in a sense. So I come back and it's all stacked up, you know, laundry and like, oh my God, I'm late on my bills. Like, you know, like.
Right. Are you
So-
still traveling in a van or you got a bus?
We're in a Sprinter right now.
Yes.
We'll be busing it next year.
Whoa!
So-
Are you excited for that?
Yeah. Has it been released yet, the tour? Okay, I can't talk about it yet, but I'm going on a really big tour.
Dang.
This whole summer, 45 dates with somebody that you definitely know. All arenas. We'll
No
be in a
way.
bus. I'm playing Stagecoach,
I saw that. That's awesome.
playing Country
Oh my
Thunder,
gosh. Yes.
doing the whole thing. Stagecoach, I literally, I mean, I would play in the parking lot if they let me. Like, I don't care.
Right.
Put me wherever you want. Like, so I am thrilled to be a part of that.
You were up at like the top of the bill too.
I know it on main stage. I can't believe that. So
That's insane.
Stacy, huge shout out to Stacy. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Stacy. That is so exciting. Okay, a song I wanted to talk about that I saw. Is it called World War Me?
Yes.
Kind of like your battle with anxiety.
Yes.
I think that's something really awesome to talk about because I think a lot of people have anxiety and it's just something it's kind of like depression. We just don't talk about it, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people, including me, just live with anxiety and are kind of maybe ashamed of it or
Yeah.
scared of it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I think it's pretty normal, you know? And so the fact that were like vulnerable enough to talk about it, I think that's really cool.
I wish
you
it
know?
wasn't normal. I wish it wasn't.
Which is right.
You know,
sad.
we've all been through a lot, but it just shows that we're all human beings,
Mm-hmm.
and we're all not very different when we think we are. Like we just dress different, look different, but we're all beating heart, anxious ridden people, you know? So yeah, that song, we chose to not, I told my label and I told my management not to put it out for a minute because all this stuff was happening with, you know, the invasion and everything overseas and stuff. And I was like, I don't want anybody to ever think that I would make a song or make something so devastating about me, you know? So, but the heart of it is truly like the World War Me concept is I am fighting this internal battle and this kind of thing. So it'll probably have its time. I was really sad that we didn't put it out, but I knew that it was the right thing to do at the time, not to put it out. But I think that it could really help people.
Yes, for sure. Like, that's what I love, that you're so real.
Yeah.
And very, like I said, relatable, that everybody can basically relate with what you're going through. And
it's a battle in your mind of thoughts. It's like going like, this is a lie, you know?
Right.
This isn't true. And I lose that battle a lot. And sometimes I win. And when I win, I get a little bit stronger each time, you know? So I'm always trying to fight that. And, you know, I definitely see, I've got a good group of people around me who try to keep my head on straight, and a wonderful therapist that helps me out. And he gives me a lot of like tips on how to manage stress.
Ooh, that's good.
How to manage stress and reduce stress and to find like peace in the chaos and stuff. So I've got a long ways to go, but it's definitely helping me a lot. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like a part of it is when you're in the spotlight, a lot of people come in, you know, with negative, like haters, or, you know, people that aren't so nice on social media.
There'll be a few here and there.
Yeah. Does that ever affect you?
Of course it does. I get upset. It like hurts me because I'm like, oh man, you don't know my heart. Shoot, you know.
That's the most frustrating thing.
And my intentions are good, I promise. You know, like dang it, like that bothers me. You know, but I'm gonna have to learn to get tougher skin. You know, because as you grow, more of that kind of stuff unfortunately will happen and everything. But I just gotta. My Chief and Simon always tell me, Nate, you're going to look at the one comment when you've got 10,000 other ones that are like, this helped me through suicide. This helped me through. He's like, focus on those. And that's the main thing I got to do. So I have to probably try and ignore those things. Because they're a distraction, you know?
Yeah. I actually did my first gig. I sing just kind of for fun. Like, I'm not a professional like you. But on Broadway, on Alan Jackson's, at Alan Jackson's bar. And I got to tell you, 4 hours is a long time.
That's too long.
That's all I can say.
That's too long to sing.
Yeah.
You won't be talking for a week. Yeah.
No. Oh, my voice was hoarse.
Of course.
For the next few days. And I was like, oh, what is happening? But I was so nervous. That's the thing. Yes.
Really?
Like singing in front of small crowds.
Yeah.
I do not like that. Like if you ask me to sing right now, I hate that. I hate it. But if I sang in front of, you know, like 1,000 people, it's fine. Because they're just, you know, like, are you that way too? Or it doesn't bother you either? You're just like,
I'm starting to get to where I can do both, but it's always been a struggle with smaller crowds for me too. That's probably pretty normal because you can just feel that, you know, more so.
I know. So how do you get better at it?
You just do it more.
Did you ever play on Broadway?
No.
Really?
Or like the... no, I played at Moxie
once. Okay.
But I didn't really do the Broadway run. I just wanted to focus on writing songs.
Yeah.
And just getting that right, building my socials. That was kind of my whole thing. And if I had to take a job somewhere doing something, I would have. But luckily, it just kind of worked out. But I respect everybody who's up there grinding because you know, my sets are about an hour and a half. And I can't imagine doing 4 hours a night and still have a voice. So
no, especially your songs.
Man.
You know, those are intense. So, but you played when you were younger, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like in California?
Yeah.
That's where you're kind of playing around and everything.
But I never did like the big like cover song shows or anything like that. Like I never like did, you know, 40 songs a night.
Yeah.
I never really went down that road. You know?
I don't know how people do it.
I just didn't feel a desire to do that, you know?
Yeah. So. Which one of your songs is like the hardest to sing? In concert?
Honestly, the first song of the night.
Really?
It's the hardest. It's called that one and All Right, All Right. So the first one's called Storms After, named Storms After.
Yeah.
All Right, All Right. Those are both going to be on the album. But All Right, All Right, there's so much singing. There's never a break to breathe, really. So I'm like, usually by the time I'm done with the song. And Storms, like we even lowered the key half when we play it live. And it's still, there's just the top note is an ooh. And it's just a really high ooh. And I always strain to kind of hit it a little bit. But
oh my gosh.
It's really hard. But then after that, the rest of the whole set's breezy.
Okay, that's
Heaven's
good.
okay. All those are good. It's just the way that the vowel sound with the note.
Right.
You know?
Woo. Okay. So you just played the Opry. Well, I mean, a couple months ago. You had your Opry debut. How was that?
Incredible. And I was lucky because Tennille was there.
Oh, yeah.
So I got to open for Tennille at the Opry. And then she joined me on I Don't Want to Go to Heaven. So we did that live at the Opry for my debut, which is really cool. And she gave me some like encouragement before I went on, and I was really scared and nervous. And then Taylor, who's here with me right now, she prayed for me before I went up.
Oh, yay, Taylor.
I was like, and I don't know. I've only asked her twice, and the whole time I've known her, and I was, will you pray for me right now? Like, you know, because I'm like, and she did, and it was like, I think I'm okay.
That's amazing. So you went in like the artist entrance in the back. Was that was your first time going in that way?
No, because I had a meeting with the Opry first.
Okay. Oh, you
so
do?
it's the second time, but this is the first time I'm going to be playing. Yes,
Right,
I'm going
so-
through it. So yeah.
Oh, and so you're carrying your guitar and you're like, is this really happening?
Yeah.
Did you cry on stage?
I didn't cry. Really emotional. The only time I've cried on stage was at Boots and Hearts. Because they were out loving me, you know? Like,
Wow.
I love people, and I put everything, my whole heart out there, but they were outdoing me and screaming back at me and like, Nate, and just the whole thing. I'm like, I'm in another country right now, and you guys know my songs, and you're sending me this kind of love right now. There's 10,000 of you right now. Like, this is like, it was unbelievable. Like, I have no words. It was a lot.
That's like the best feeling. And you're like, this is why I do what I do right here in this moment when people are singing back, my songs. Like, that's so wild.
That, but just like, I love you guys so much. And they're like, we love you more. Like, and I'm like trying to love them back. And it was like this like fight of like that. That's what was cool.
Yeah. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
So you shot the music video for Whiskey on You, right? I watched that and
It's the funnest video
funny.
ever.
And it was
so
with
fun.
Demps, right?
Yeah, Demps.
She's on TikTok. I know all of her. She's everywhere and she's
becoming
hilarious.
like the little country host. I see her going somewhere big time.
Yes.
I really do. She is going somewhere. Big time. I wouldn't be shocked if she's doing CMA hostings or something at some point. Or
Yes.
she's really got that thing, whatever that is.
And she has a high kick. I know that.
Got the highest kick you've ever seen.
That's so funny.
She came out to a show this last week in Louisville. Louisville is how you say it. Louisville.
Yeah, you have to act like your mouth is full.
Louisville. And she got on stage and it was just hilarious.
During that song, you like reenacted the music video on stage.
A little bit.
Did you have the idea?
We kind of all sort of talked about it.
Yeah.
It was very collaborative and stuff, and wanted it to feel like a cross between like 90s funny Blink-182 Foo Fighter-y kind of thing with like that 70s show. Like kind of if you can mix all that together, you'd probably get it. So I think it turned out really good.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then you ended it at Losers, right? Was that Whiskey Jam night?
That was Whiskey Jam night. So that was such a rad show too.
Yeah.
On the stage out there. So huge thanks to Ward and everybody over at Losers. Yeah.
They're awesome. I was there on the side.
Oh, you were?
So I got to watch it all.
You were there during the filming?
Uh-huh.
Or you've been here the whole time?
I have.
Oh my gosh.
I saw like she was in front of me kind of, so I just got to see all of it. But yeah, Whiskey Jam has come a long way.
Hey, you're so supportive.
Since
I didn't know you've been there.
Not creepy. I'm not trying to be creepy.
It's like really sweet. It's like,
I try to support like everybody in town, that I believe in. So, and I believe in you, Nate.
Thank you.
What do you want people to know about you as an artist and a person? Like if you had 30 seconds just to be like, this is who I am.
Yeah. Wow.
That's what it's like I don't know. I'm just giving you like a platform just to say,
It's I would
you
say,
wanna say?
hey, this is Nate, and I love making music that touches my heart, and I hope it touches your heart. And I try to be as real and honest. I've been through a lot of heartbreak. I've been the heartbreaker. I've been both sides of that. I've been through family trauma and family wins and blessings and stuff. So I try to write about everything in my life, and I hope that you find a song that relates to you in there in the mix. And let's be friends. Yeah.
I love that. That was a good
That's
sum
about as
up of
simple as
you.
it is,
Wow. So who are your biggest influences like for your music?
For my music,
Yeah.
it's so weird because can I get a little more water?
Yes,
maybe?
please. And
Is
I
it
can
cool?
cut
We can
it
cut
out.
really quick.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. That's so much better.
Okay, good. Oh, you should have told me earlier.
I know. Well, I had a little left. I was
You're like, I'm dying. Help me.
I drink a lot of water.
Oh man, me too. See, I never go anywhere without
No.
water.
You feel like you're dying. You'd be like, oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I get a dry mouth.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Too much weed.
Yeah. Shh. Don't tell anyone.
I can't.
You what?
I can't use any type of weed.
Oh man, no.
I'm the guy that's like, call an ambulance. I'm not good. I'm not well. I am dying for sure.
Yeah.
What's causing my heart to keep beating right now? How does it flow through my body like this? Does it know to do that? Like, what's going on? When have I called mom last? Yeah, I'm a bad person. Am I even a Christian? I don't even know. So that is why we don't do edibles.
Can I keep this on here?
You can.
Okay, good.
And on top of that, it always ends with, God, if you can get me on a high right now, I will never do this again. And you're making these little like prayer promises and stuff. It's a bad time.
Yes, I'm glad you know that though.
I hate weed.
I don't know how people. Same.
On camera, hate it.
Same. I thought I was the only one in Nashville.
Everybody takes edibles and stuff. And they're, oh man, it just makes me feel good and it knocks me out. I'm like, what's good for you, man? That's what Jack Daniels is for me. So I don't know. I cannot.
So do people come into Wrights
Yeah.
and you smell it? Ugh, I hate the smell too.
Oh, it smells like a skunk.
up.
Ooh, ooh, Pepe Le Pew. Ooh. Yuck.
Sorry to anyone listening that likes it.
Yeah, I have no problem. Hey, I'm not
Yeah.
judging people who use weed. I just really, really dislike the way it makes me feel. Stay, microphone.
Yeah, that microphone is being difficult.
Okay.
Where were we? We got
We're talking about
distracted by.
influences.
you
You
can
should
go back
definitely
to
put
that.
that in there. That's pretty funny.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
Oh, I'll keep that. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, your influences. Yeah, let's go back to that.
So what goes into me is a lot of not country. What comes out of me is a lot of country. It's the weirdest thing. But, like I said, my foundation, the first memories I have of music was Michael Jackson, Elvis, and Garth, and then Hootie and the Blowfish. Those are the four like cornerstones of like when I started. And then I just started getting into rock. So a lot of rock. Nirvana's probably my favorite band of all time. I'm kind of obsessed actually.
Wow, that's all. How many shows have you been to?
They're dead, so 0.
Wait, hold on. Back in the day. Oh, can we cut this out? I feel like such an idiot.
You should definitely
There's
leave that
too
in
many.
there. That's so funny.
Gosh dang it. I sound like such an idiot.
No, you should.
So, did you ever get to go to it?
Please leave that in there for
When
the love
was-
of God. She's like, how many shows? They're dead. You have to leave that in there.
When
Okay.
was their last show? Then
Like
what year?
1993.
So you were alive. So you could have gone
My
to
parents,
one.
I would have been like, what? So 85, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3. I would have been like 7 or 8. I mean, I guess I could have.
So you could have been to
My
one or
parents
two.
wouldn't take me to Nirvana. I was
Okay.
going to Pea Salty Bible Camp at the time, learning Bible songs and stuff.
I gotcha.
Wasn't allowed to watch Beavis and Butthead. Like,
Oh, okay. Then Nirvana was definitely.
yeah. Mom's like, MTV, Nate. MTV, huh? Take a Werther's and shut up. Like, okay, Mom. I still love Werther's. Shout out to Werther's.
I love Werther's too.
So good.
Yes, they're the best. My grandma used to have them in like a little
Yes.
crystal thing, whatever that is, like a little.
I'm going to renormalize Werther eating again. I
Was it
haven't.
ever not normalized? I don't know.
Wouldn't it be weird? Like, what are you sucking on? No, Werther's. They'd be like, that's really strange.
They'll be jealous. I'm like, where do I get one?
Yeah,
That's okay. That's good. Wow, I'm still embarrassed by that.
I'm not.
I think I turned red for how stupid I felt. Do you think I'm dumb now?
No, I don't think you're dumb.
Okay, good. Thank
Yeah.
you so
Yeah.
much. Oh, geez. Okay, I'm gonna do a few. Let's do some like quick hitting questions, like rapid fire. Do you have any pets?
I don't.
No, cats or dogs?
Dogs. But
Oh,
listen,
yeah.
here's the thing. I love pets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to pay for them.
Yeah.
I don't want to be responsible for them. I don't like what they do to my house. I don't like that there's fur everywhere. I don't like that I have to vacuum it all the time. I love dog people are great and stuff. I like low maintenance life. Low maintenance life.
Okay, you'll never have a dog then.
I can't say I won't because I do have a dream of owning a dachshund again.
Oh,
And I want to name him Fang.
oh okay, cute. Fang. Come here, Fang.
Fang, no Fang. I just think it's great. My last dachshund that I had was Reverend.
Reverend.
Like, Reverend just pooped on the carpet again. Reverend, you're a
these
bad
are-
Reverend, So I just thought it was funny to call him Reverend.
Those are funny. Like
Yeah.
you can't keep a straight face by saying their names.
Fang.
Yeah, like
There goes
what's
Fang.
his name? Fang. Oh, he's so cute.
Funny though. Fang, and it'll say Fang on his little necklace. I love him already.
You don't even have him.
I know.
Someday.
I'll break the rules for you, Fang. You can live with me.
This is great. Okay, do you like to cook? And what's your go-to meal?
I love to microwave mac and cheese. Trader Joe's especially is the best one out there for freezer, if you're wondering.
Oh.
If you want to really spice up your Stouffer's mac, you can just do a handful of sharp cheddar cheese from Publix, and you're in good shape.
That's your go-to meal.
That's it.
But
That's
you,
it.
The microwave. Awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that. What is your go-to karaoke song?
Billie Jean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one. What TV show are you watching now?
I want to know how weird. I'm a weirdo. I'm an absolute weirdo. I don't watch
Love
any
it.
TV shows.
Mhm.
I watched Stranger Things for a while. I did the Yellowstone thing, all that. But for the most part, I do the same thing every night. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'll watch Nirvana documentaries or interviews, or I'll watch tornado videos.
Wow.
That's about it.
Oh, tornado videos?
Yeah.
Not movies, just
Videos. I do some documentaries on them. I'm just really fascinated with nature
okay.
and how it works and stuff like that. And I'm still trying to understand it all.
Oh, so
yeah.
you might want to be like a meteorologist one day, maybe?
I think I'm more of just like, it's like interesting to me. I don't know if I want to be out there.
I can see it right now. You in front of the green screen.
Right?
Yeah.
You could.
You're not
Looks
quite-
like we got a hell of a twister today coming through here, and you know, I don't know.
I can't see it. I'm sorry.
Well,
I was trying to be nice.
we might just spin you around. No, I don't know. They're actually really scary.
No, they
And
really
I heard we
are.
had one like last week or something.
Mhm,
Like, did,
yeah. My sirens were going off.
did it touch
My
down?
house. I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't even think they ever saw one. They just made
People
the
are just
sirens go
saying.
off.
Yeah.
Just because we're trying to be extra cautious after the
mhm.
last one. It was not good.
That was a bad one.
I
Really
know.
Bad. That's not fun.
No, I don't know what's happening. I mean, I'm from Kansas. There's tornadoes everywhere there, but ever since I've moved here, they're like everywhere.
They're following you.
I know, I guess so. What is your biggest fear in life?
You want? This is gonna sound so weird because I'm a Christian,
Uh-huh.
but my biggest fear in life is dying.
Wow. It
Like,
is?
I don't want to die. Yeah.
Okay. That's a fear?
Yeah. I remember like the first time like my I realized that you could die. I was like 7 or something like that, and I freaked out. And I'm like, and my dad's like, "There's nothing you can do about it. You will die one day, son." No, they just shoot me straight, and
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like, what? Why? Like, why do I have to do that? Like, why do we have to go through this? This is not good. Like I have beliefs of how that happens and stuff, but just I don't know, the thought of it. It's crazy if you really process it for a minute. I think it's insane, you know. So that's why weed is
Wow.
really not a good thing for me.
That makes sense now. Yeah, that's where your mind goes.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm thinking of.
And then I was like, can I
dying.
choose to die right now? Like, just like, do we have the power to do that? Like, I was thinking weird, crazy things like that. I know.
Stay away. Stay away from the weed.
Bad.
Oh my gosh.
Just stick with Jack Daniels
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
and Coors Light
Yeah.
and a good hazy beer.
Oh.
I like
Hazy beer?
hazies, New England style
Really?
IPAs. Yeah, I just went to Treehouse outside of Boston. Oh my God.
Oh, I bet they had good.
They have one called Julius, like Orange Julius.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it's orange?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Julius.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yep.
Okay.
I know. Stick with me, kid.
Oh, I will.
All right.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a driver are you?
That's so subjective, and other people have opinions on it. I can't just answer a 1 to 10.
Yes, you can.
I think I'm an 8.
Okay, yeah. So what you think and then what others think. Do you know what his driving is like? He's very good. He's good. Okay, we got a good.
That's also the
Careful.
critique. That's also the critique though, because I'm so careful. I'm happy sitting in the right lane.
Okay.
I'm not
you're
trying
just-
to pass everybody every 10 seconds. If I'm side by side with a semi, I'm going to speed up and pass the semi. I'm not going to sit there next to the freaking semi who can't
this
see
is
me.
Good. See, that's good. Thank you.
So I'm
I
that
would
kinda
say that's
driver.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, but are you also really slow in the right lane and people are like, "Oh my gosh, go."
maybe.
But
But then if I'm like distracted, I'm terrible. So I got
Yeah.
to stay off my phone. Don't have any conversations with me. Let me just drive.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Because people in Nashville are not good drivers.
It's a difficult
At
city
all.
to drive in.
That's true.
It's kind of all of that.
It is. I was going to ask your go-to drink, but you just said them.
See.
Whiskey. Okay, just a few more. What is your biggest pet peeve?
Being misunderstood.
Ooh, oh, that's a good one.
I hate that. Isn't that a good one?
That is. I don't hear that one too often.
Especially when you're trying to get something really serious across, you
Uh-huh.
know? Or like being assumed that you're saying something that you're not.
Yes.
Or being accused of something you didn't do.
Oh, that's the worst.
Those are bad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Does that happen a lot to you?
I mean, it has, but Just when it happens, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
why are we here now? I've got the ick. This is why we don't date.
Yeah. Ew. Okay. Last one. Do you think you could beat a kangaroo if you fought it? Like a full-size kangaroo?
I don't understand.
Oh, kangaroo.
Repeat the question.
If you saw a kangaroo,
Yeah.
like a jacked kangaroo, if you fought it, you think you could beat it? Okay, I'll give you. Bobby thinks he can
Are
beat
you asking
one.
if I would punch an animal?
If you were No. If you were in a one-on-one match with a kangaroo, have you seen some of those things?
Okay. Is this like UFC? We've got a ring doing the whole thing. It's
Yes.
funny. Or is it I'm out in Australia. I just tripped into like a whole den of kangaroos.
Just one.
And the leader comes out, Mufasa bangs his chest, and he's like, me or you?
That
And-
one.
Okay.
That's the option.
I don't know why it was Mufasa. I just felt very Lion King or something. But
Haven't you seen the one where the kangaroo grabs a guy's dog and like it's just holding on to it and the owner comes out and is like, let go of my dog, and he won't, so he punches it in the nose? Like he like squares up.
if I had to fight one to survive, I would fight it.
That's the question.
Would I live or not? I don't know. I would make sure that if I have to pull eyeballs out or whatever I got to do. No, I mean, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go for everything here. You know.
They got some mean claws too, though.
I mean, it'd probably kill you. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's what I'm asking you. I think it would kill you. I would not want to mess with
Would I
them.
volunteer for a boxing match with a kangaroo? No. The answer is no.
Okay, thank you. Dang, well, did we cover everything? Did I leave anything out?
I guess where people
your-
can find me.
Yes, where can they find you?
Oh, if you guys feel is kind enough to do this, but if you just hop on the Instagram, it's just Nate Smith, blue check mark. Not because I'm bragging, but so you know it's me.
How'd you get a blue check mark?
I don't know.
Jealous.
And then TikTok's Nate Smith Music.
Where he has 1.3 million followers.
And I just started to Be Real. Nate
You
Smith
did?
Music, yeah.
See, I don't really know how to do
Oh,
that.
is it time to Be Real?
What time is the Be Real?
Everybody does it at the same time and it's random.
Oh, it is?
You never know. And if you miss it, then everybody knows and they laugh and go tee.
Wait, that's Instagram, right?
No.
Oh, that's
You're thinking
TikTok.
of Reels. Be Real. It's the new thing.
On TikTok?
No, it's its own platform. called Be
Oh,
Real.
sorry. I thought it was on one of
No,
those.
No, it's a whole other thing we're dealing with now.
Well, I can't keep up.
Neither can I.
Well, if you have it right now, we should do one.
Well,
Oh, it's at the same time.
it has to alert me that it's time to
Oh,
do it.
Lord. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on. This was so fun.
I wish I
really
could
do
say
appreciate
the
it.
I'm just kidding. No, it's really
We've
good.
DM'd on, and we've duetted each other, but we've
Yeah.
never met in person. So
It was time.
It was.
It was time.
It was definitely
Yeah.
time, and I appreciate you coming.
I'm not mad.
Please don't be mad. I
Thanks for
just
having me,
embarrassed
seriously.
myself. Yeah, I embarrassed myself.
Are you gonna leave the Nirvana thing on there?
I guess. Should I?
Yeah. I think it's they're dead. Like I think people would think that's hilarious.
I hope. I hope that
They definitely would, don't you think? I think so. I think it's
Or they'll just be like, "Oh wow,
Look,
Abby."
if you really don't want to, I get it. I
No.
think it's really funny.
No, I'll leave it on.
Okay,
I'm
that's
gonna leave
fine.
it all on.
Leave the weed on there too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
fine.
Cool. Well, thank you.
Hey,
Hopefully, I will see you soon at a show soon.
I know in the
I wanna
Bobby
come
world
to-
here, in this
Yes.
Bobby world, questions are asked that are harder than other places. That's a known fact.
Yes.
And I realized I was getting ready today and I was going, what would happen if you just answered the questions and just didn't be like a political weird and like, oh, but people don't want me to say this or whatever. Like, what if I just go the honest truth? All right, here's the answer. Like, I'm like, that would be great.
That's what's really
That's the
fun.
point.
Yes, about podcasts and
just
even
go for
just
it. Who
life.
cares?
Yeah. Just be yourself. That's why we like you so much.
Just going to be myself.
You
Yeah.
are yourself. Don't try to be anybody else. Why would you want to be somebody else?
I tried to be Elvis and I chickened out.
Yeah, we see where that got you, trying to be
And you should have
Elvis.
seen the face of the promoters there. At that time, they're like, "Oh, we had a contract. He was supposed to be Elvis. Oh my God.
Are
Oh my
you
God."
serious?
And they're looking
They
at me.
were?
Why does he sound jingle bell? Because before I was like, jingle bell, jingle bell. Like, what happened to him? What happened? And why? He's getting older, so it should be the opposite. And his voice is getting higher.
Wait, you say you have a video of this?
Somewhere.
So I know you know where it is.
My mom's probably got it.
Oh. Give
Oh,
Mom-
Mama Karen.
Come on, give me Karen's number. I
We
gotta
call
call
her
her
Care
up.
Care.
Care?
Care.
Oh, that's cute.
And she's like obsessed with money.
With money?
Obsessed.
Oh, wow.
Every conversation, it'll come up somehow. We'll be literally just driving in the car, just driving down the road, and her gas light comes on. Oh, great. There goes another $50. Like, Mom, everybody has to pay for gasoline. I know, Nate, but it's going up. I'm like, okay, that's just a fact. It just is, you know. Yeah. Then this stupid dog. Now I got to pay for his insurance. I don't know how much is that. $400 freaking dollars. It's gonna cost me now. Like, Mom, that's dogs. That's why I don't have a dog, because it costs a lot of money and stuff. Yeah, well, you guys gave me the dumb dog. I hope he dies. Like, Mom, don't say that. That's like, so cruel. Don't even. Why are you saying that about Henry? I don't even care about the dumb dog. I hope he gets hit by a car. I'm like, Mom, I'm just kidding. I like him, but still, I can't afford this crap. Mom, you work a great job and you've got lots of savings. You don't know that, Nate. I just had to pay off my other credit card. Like, and this goes on, and you're just like, oh, I love you, Mom. God, let's stop talking about money. So we have a deal now where next time I see her, me and my brother are gonna give her $100 in ones, right? And then every time she says something about money, we're gonna take $1 out of her little hand,
Oh,
her
that's
little paw,
genius.
and see how much she's left with at the end of the week or whatever it is.
Do you think that'll work? Oh, I thought you were trying to like get it to stop her because she doesn't want the money taken away. But you're just doing it to see how much she actually talks about money.
And so maybe, it would also kind of make her go, oh, I'm losing money because I'm talking about money. And I believe I'm kind of weird about like thoughts and intentions and karma and stuff. It might help her get out of that rut of mental thinking, you know?
It could. She's always been like this?
Because if you're always saying you're poor and you can't, it actually will happen and stuff. And I don't know. I feel that way.
Right. Like it's like manifesting.
I believe in manifesting.
I know.
Fully.
That's why I was going to say let's manifest a big tour, but sounds like something's in the works.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Would you look at that? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Okay, we'll end on that then. Unless there's anything else you want to say.
You can put the mom in there. That has to go in there. Did you record it?
Yeah,
Good.
this is all going.
Oh, good.
Even this right here, even you saying leave that in, I'm going to keep in.
Okay. Ooh, just got chills. The good kind, not the Evans Mill kind.
Oh, okay. The creepy chills? Yeah, I never want to give you creepy
The
chills.
CCs? Oh,
Yeah. Ooh, yikes. Okay. We done?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, thanks, guys. Thanks for
Yeah.
tuning in.
Yep.
Thanks, Nate.
Welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Have fun out there on the road.
Hope you find your dad.
I don't know where to end it.
That's a biggie.
Hello. Oh, we're back.
Oh, yeah, we're live. We'll do it live.
We'll do
We'll do it live. What's this? What does that mean? To play us out. To play us out.
What?
What is that? Wait, you don't know the joke.
I thought it was that guy.
Yeah.
Like, was it Fox?
Yeah.
Fox.
I think, and he's like, what does that mean to play us out? To play us out. To end the show? Okay.
Screw it. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
We're back. We forgot to talk about something
We did.
amazing and
I know.
awesome and everybody's dream. And what is that?
They're gonna let the chubby guy. They hate when I say that too on my team. They're gonna let the chubby guy walk the red carpet for CMAs this year. What?
That's awesome.
Come on.
Is this
Come
your
on.
first CM? This is your first awards. Have you
this
gone
is
in the
ama-
past to watch?
No.
What?
No.
Then this is a huge deal.
It's a huge deal. Like, oh my gosh, I told my family they're pretty excited about it. So,
Do you know what you're wearing?
no idea.
No. Do
But
you
it's
get
got to be extravagant.
like sparkle
But dad,
sequins?
first thing I thought of, real diamonds, everything. I want to be
Real
so
di-
frosty, you've never seen anything like it. I want to look like an igloo, pretty much. Like, just you know.
You will let me down if I see you there and you don't look like that. So do not talk about it unless you're going to do it.
I'm going to do a white tuxedo, every little thing with jewels all over it, and just like look like God walking through. No, I'm just kidding. Too far.
That was a little, no. I'm just kidding.
I don't know what I'm going to wear. I have no idea.
What all does that entail? Do you know?
I don't fully know, but I'm guessing some pictures and interviews with people and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be an amazing opportunity to get my name out there and meet some good people. So that's cool. Yeah, thank you for asking about that.
Yeah. I could not leave here without being like, oh, wait, he is walking on the red carpet, which is a gigantic deal.
That's a big deal.
For
That's
anything.
a really big deal.
To be asked to walk on it.
It's an
So
honor.
now we will be looking forward to what he is wearing.
Yeah.
No pressure.
What is he wearing? What does he do?
Okay. Thank you, Nate. Again.
Welcome.
Now we're done for real this time.
Trust you.